The first thing that we need to do in this project is to create the paper that we are going to be cutting and collaging from. Have some fun with this and just paint freely, get some colors on paper, maybe make some darker and lighter shades. Make sure you use colors that you're going to need in your project. The next thing you're going to do is get your blank piece of paper to paint your background on. You can go long ways or horizontal. And when you start to paint, always paint the background first. So I have a nice light blue sky. I'm going to start with all the light colors first, add in some grass and a tree. After I painted my background, I'm going to come back to that piece of paper that was drying, and now is when it is time to use those stencils. So as you can see, I'm deciding which parts I want to use to make my dragonfly. And I'm kind of seeing on the paper where I'm going to use that color of the paper. And then you can go ahead, take your pencil and trace out your shapes. Now I traced this first one on top of the blue, but if you don't want pencil lines, you can always trace on the back. Just pay attention to what color on the back side. That way you know that you're going to cut the right color. And I'm going to trace on the back and then cut them out. Once I've cut my pieces out, I'm not going to glue them right away because I want to arrange them on my paper and figure out where exactly I need to glue them down. So to create some contrast, I'm going to glue it up on top of this tree, almost like the dragonfly is flying over the tree. I'm going to glue down the body first because the wings and this little part of the body goes on top of it. So the wings and the body I glued down first. And last is going to be the head. Now my dragonfly is a little plain, so after my paint is dry, I am going to go in and I can actually add little details like the antennas and things. After I glue my pieces down is when I can add these fun details. Now I still have all of this paper left, so I am going to use it to add more to my picture. So I am going to add a nice little flower. And I used the pink, the orangish purple part of my paper, and I'm going to hold it down for at least 10 seconds. Every time I glue something, I'm holding it down for at least 10 seconds. Make sure it sticks, and I'm going to add in those little details with my Sharpie. And now I want some leaves, but this green is the same color as the grass, so I'm going to add some yellow to it and make some different colored greens. Cut out some leaves where I glued them down for my flower. Now I kind of want to add a sun, but I don't want to paint the sun over the blue because it's not going to show up. So I'm going to get another blank piece of paper and I am going to just decorate the sun using the colors I want. And I decided I want to make some clouds too. After the paint's dry, I'm going to use some stencils or just draw by hand. And then I'm going to cut these out the same way I did for the dragonfly and the flower. And then I can glue those pieces down to my paper as well. And I'm just about done.